Good morning, Bermuda. Over the past several months, the ministry, in collaboration with the Advisory Panel on Homelessness and various community stakeholders, have been diligently working on launching a comprehensive strategic plan to end homelessness in Bermuda. In October of 2023, the ministry undertook a community perception survey in collaboration with the charitable organization Home to obtain the community's feedback, thoughts, and understanding of the public's view and perception of homelessness in Bermuda. Again, we thank all of you who responded to that survey and provided invaluable feedback that will inform our strategies to end homelessness in Bermuda. Today marks the launch of a vital part of this journey, the public consultation phase from December 14th, 2023 until February 29th, 2024. We invite each and every one of you to engage with us and lend your thoughts, expertise, and perspective on the draft strategic plan that has been developed as a roadmap to end homelessness in Bermuda. Your feedback is invaluable in fortifying this plan to truly reflect the needs and aspirations of our community. To facilitate this dialogue, the consultative strategic plan will be accessible on Government's Bermuda Citizens Forum, forum.gov.bm. I am pleased to share that the draft plan was established through unprecedented levels of stakeholder engagement. Proposed actions have been developed with over 400 people experiencing or at risk of homelessness, and as a result of hundreds of hours of collaborative input from community experts and partners. Also, the draft plan is based on the output of evidence-based research into solutions from over 40 countries around the world, as well as those domestically, and 2 rounds of community consultation, the third of which will now take place with this consultative process. This plan comprises essential recommended actions that reflect the collaborative work of key organizations such as Home, STAR, Lighthouse, Teen Haven, Transformational Living Center, the Salvation Army, Dignity House, Solstice, and the Bermuda Housing Corporation. Actions designed not just to address the surface, but to dive deeper, addressing the root causes and offering sustainable solutions that encompass a wide spectrum, ranging from ensuring a rapid end of rough sleeping and other forms of high-risk homelessness, a systematic approach to homelessness data and intervention monitoring, sufficient accessible social and affordable housing and welfare entitlements, citizen-centric coordinated service delivery, public policy reform and statutory rights and protection changes, public perception and awareness, and other holistic and system-wide reforms. Working groups have already been established to ensure the efficient execution of the strategic plan. These groups will delve into critical areas such as legal frameworks, data collection, property establishment, case management, and community engagement and education. Each working group has a designated member from the advisory panel ensuring consistent communication and progress updates. After taking into consideration all of your input, the comprehensive strategic plan will be finalized and published in April of 2024 for subsequent execution. Let us move forward together, united as a community, not just in words, but also in action, to ensure that every individual in Bermuda has a place to call home. Thank you.
Today, Bermuda moves a step closer to ensuring that no resident will be without a place to call home with the launch of the plan to end homelessness. We have taken into account individuals who are living rough outside on Front Street, who are living in our parks, who are living through our railway trails and our public bathrooms. We have reached out to individuals who are living in emergency shelter, some for more than a decade. We are here to represent individuals who have been living in temporary housing that was intended to be temporary, but has turned into permanent long-term housing. We are here to support individuals who look like us, who are hidden homeless, couch surfing, who are struggling to find affordable housing, individuals who are living in cars, who are living in horse stables, who are living in derelict buildings with no electricity and no running water, persons who are living in overcrowding situations, or individuals who have returned to Bermuda with no place to call home, or persons who have lived their adult life in Bermuda but have another place but still cannot go home. So we are encouraging every member of the Bermuda community to log in to forum.gov.bam or onto home.bam/the plan, and review the plan. Make it personal. Talk about it with your family, with your work colleagues, within your schools. Make recommendations. These recommendations are going to impact you, not just in the short term, but in the long term. I want to take the time to thank Minister Tinee Furbert of Youth, Social Development, and Seniors. She's an amazing member of our community who has advocated fearlessly for every member in the social spectrum. HOME acknowledges our community partners that have included MWI, Carla Luby, the Department of Corrections, Carla Parfit, Kelly Medeiros from Solstice, Desiree O'Connor from Bermuda Housing Corporation, Lester Ward, Sean Thomas, and Beverly Daniels from the Salvation Army, Dr. Carolyn Armstrong with STAR. We would like to thank all of our community partners that have played such an essential role in the development of this plan. I also would like to take the time to thank our home board and Arthur Whiteman, who has supported us every step of the way to make sure that we have the resources that we need to be able to collaborate with our government to introduce the plan to Bermuda. Ending homelessness is a shared responsibility. It is a complex and multifaceted issue that no government, social support agency, or nonprofit can solve alone. Only with the full support of our community can we make it happen. And so we ask the public to put their shoulder behind the plan by making a solution for homeless a very important national issue. Thank you.
At this time, we're going to take questions from the media. I'll first welcome Jonathan from the Royal Gazette.
Well, thank you.
Hi, Jonathan.
Obviously, I'll log on and have a look at it. Is there anything you can tell us, sort of top items from the plan that you can tell us about now?
Sure. As the minister suggested, we are recommending a rapid end to rough sleeping and all other high risk forms of housing. We've made recommendations for multidisciplinary case management, a review of the housing inventory, and obviously a recommendation for affordable and accessible housing for all.
I think also in the plan you will see areas of what the actual issue is, what the impacts of that issue is, and actions for a way forward. The plan is very comprehensive, over 80 pages, and so it's not a light read. You take some time. We've gone through much effort in popping some of the areas of highlights for people to take a look at and to give comment on. So we're very excited where we are today, and we just hope that we get full participation in people commenting and giving feedback in regards to the plan that's been set forward.
Last one from me. Does it include anything, what's the shelter on, what is it, Bishop Spencer Road that was going to be refurbished?
So like Denise mentioned, we're looking at property that we have available to us, whether it be public or private, to see what that potentially looks like for us in addressing this issue. And so there's no designated particular place at this time, Jonathan. We are continuing to work through that. I do also want to mention, you see the persons behind us who are in full support of this plan, that this has been a collaborative approach. I want to stress that because it will continue to take all of our community to make sure that we work towards ending homelessness in Bermuda. And one more thing I did want to mention was the fact that you mentioned, a highlight. I think also what's most important is that there is a one-stop place that someone can go to register their homelessness. Right now, we have many different facets of where people can do that, and there needs to be a place where we are able to collect data and information, from the sources that we have, and we want to encourage that collaboration going forward.
Thank you, Jonathan. At this time, we'll welcome Elisa Bernardo from BBC.
Thank you, and congratulations on the draft plan. When plans such as this enter the consultative period, is there a certain amount of public engagement that you're hoping to solicit?
Sure. So in addition to it publicly being available on both homes, media pages, as well as governments, we will also engage in January and February in town hall-like meetings to get persons involved in their feedback with the plan, as well as Facebook Live sessions to encourage feedback. And then, Denise, if you want to speak to the educational component that we'll be doing with the community.
Sure. We have been going out and presenting to our international businesses. We've been reaching out to all of the high schools, both public and private, to ensure that at every level, persons have the opportunity to give feedback and share their suggestions.
Thank you. And lastly, as the draft plan comes at the end of the year, are there any new statistics that are featured in it as it relates to Bermuda's homeless population?
Absolutely. We have, as a collective, been formulating the data. We are working on putting the data together in our annual plan that you can expect to see in March.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you
That
very
concludes the press
much.
conference for today.
Thank you. Well done.
Thank you.
Yes.
I'm so sorry. 10 seconds.